There is a situation where you have a black woman who ended up liking her daughter's boyfriend. Well, let's see what actually happened, and then I'll come back.
Pregnant, and my daughter Shekinah Glory is pregnant too. We're pregnant by the same man, Ezekiel, her boyfriend, the one I gave some tail to on his 18th birthday. I'm mad at Shekinah Glory. I can't stand her. Like, really, that's my daughter, but for real, my heart ain't there with her. For one, she up here getting pregnant by Ezekiel, knowing Ezekiel is no good. Ezekiel can't take care of himself. Ezekiel don't have a pot to piss in or a window to pour out of. At least I'm getting married to little lunatic. I'm so disappointed in you, Shekinah Glory. Get out my house.
But then I want to go back to that Dr. Umar Johnson's classic interview on Daily Wrap-Up Crew when he said that black women make bad decisions because of black men. I don't want to go ahead and play that clip again. Rewind, Dima!
Over here, I want to say this to us, though. Because we try to act like the way sisters treat us doesn't have a history that we are not at least partly responsible for. Let's be honest. The black woman has had to hold down the black house by herself, although imperfectly. She's had to do it by herself since the mass incarceration of black males began in the 1970s. You understand me? Most of our children are raised by a single mother right now. And it has been that way for about 50 years. So when a sister says, I don't need a man, because she couldn't find one strong enough to hold her down. Or when you meet a woman and you say, sister, I'm strong enough to be your man. You ain't got to work or you ain't got to pay the bills or whatever. Pull back, I got you. And she can't do it because all the other men before you who disappointed her. So what I'm saying is, black men, we got to be patient with our women because we created that personality. We created that, and then we want to act like we didn't play a role.
We have to be held accountable for their poor selection.
No, you have to be held accountable. No, you have to be held accountable because they have a poor selection. See, what you're saying, you're selecting a poor mate. And what I'm saying is they don't have much to select one, so of course you're going to end up with a poor mate. And why is she going to end up with a poor mate? Because we as black men are not raising black boys to be the men that our women need.
So according to Dr. Umar Johnson,
well, yeah, he's right about that. I can't stand him, though, because he's another one of those hoteps that speak crap out their mouths but don't back it up with their actions. But in this sense, he is right about black, and it's not just because of the mass incarceration why black men are not present in their children's lives. They need to stop blaming welfare system, mass incarceration, and all kinds of other crap. They don't want to be in their children's lives because they don't want to be in their children's lives. End of story. But this Ashy Jackson, whatever the hell his name is, I just came across this. I was scrolling through some of my recommendations, and now I had seen this woman on Candace Owens, I believe, but Candace was laughing over it. But I found her channel, and just after just going through 2 videos, I recognized this. First of all, I don't even know if this is a man or a woman, but because black men like to put on women's wigs and act like black women and give the poorest rendition of black women. And I'm not even sure if that's what this is, because I don't know if this is a woman spoofing a woman or if this is a black man spoofing a black woman. But either way, her channel is a troll channel, or its channel. This person's channel? It's a troll channel. This is not a real person doing these things. If you go to her channel, you'll see that these are troll videos that she's doing. And here is this Mr. Ashy putting it in his videos as an example of how trashy black women are to be pregnant by your daughter's boyfriend. Now, I'm pretty sure that there are situations like that because the black community has very serious issues. But if he was going to put this in here, the disrespect that you have for black women, Mr. Ashy, is disgusting. You found one of the trashiest looking, people on the internet who went out of his or her way to look this way so that they can make fun of black women. And this is what 2 seconds and going to this person's channel should have told you that this was a troll channel. And this is not a real person doing real things. But of course, integrity goes out the window when you're trying to jump on black women.
Situation happened because there were no good black men around, and this black mom who hates her daughter and is actually in a relationship with somebody else, her and her daughter got pregnant by the same man, and somehow that is black men's fault. But then there's more. I was checking out this particular YouTuber. Her name is Brinny Lee. She's out of the UK, and she has a video called Signs Your Mother is Toxic. I want to focus on one part of this video, and then we'll come back.
One of the most annoying things about a toxic mother is that they never take.
It's hard to believe that big name solar companies allow their...
This fool is monetized? Oh, good God. Okay, I'm done. I'm not going to let this play so I can... I watched it because I wanted to find out what he was going to say. I mean, was he going to let it be known that this was a spoof channel? Or was he going to let his audience, believe that this person was real? And this is actually really what happened. It's just, at this point, it's getting ridiculous. I know you guys had issues with women in the past. You might have mama issues. You might have past girlfriend issues. The woman wouldn't give you the time of day. Passed you up for somebody better looking. Whatever your issues was. You may have even had issues with black women who abused you. I don't know what the issue is, but it some might be valid. But there should be a better way to work out your issues than to get on the internet and just plain old lie just to make black women look bad. So because of the pandemic, there's been a lot of people that need therapy. And I am always talking about black women. Black women need therapy. They need to walk into their therapist's office like it's just a nail appointment or a beauty appointment. Don't be ashamed of it. Put it on your calendar and keep going so you can be fit emotionally and mentally as well as physically. And the last time someone suggested therapy for black men, she got her job taken away from her. So y'all need some serious therapy too. I don't know what's going on. This hatred for black women that you have. Like I said, I'm sure some might be valid because of the women that are that raised you. But to keep on going on the internet and just talking about how much you hate black women and making up shit just to get a rise from your audience. And I saw those comments and this is just how they are. Who would mess with that thing? But as if all black women are ugly and shouldn't, and nobody would mess with her. But this particular person might not even be a woman. I don't even know what she is. He is. It is. I couldn't tell you. But I know that is a spoof account. And 2 seconds of research, Mr. Ashy, would have let you know that as well. But even if you found out it was a spoof account, would you care? I don't think so. Anywho, nasty.